Hey everybody, thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode of the Real Estate Talk Show Home Buying 101 with Sebastian Cordoba, Mr. Clear to Close. Guys, this week we are switching it up. I'm super excited because not only do we have a very special real estate agent here from eXp Methuen, MJ, and you're gonna get to know him very soon, but we're gonna be receiving some live phone calls and answering some live questions, guys. So don't miss it. Like it, comment, share, subscribe, and let's talk some mortgages. All right, everybody. So big round of applause, make some noise, throw out them fireworks, and let me hear them horns for MJ from eXp Realty. MJ.
That is awesome, man. Thank you for welcoming me in. I'm Michael Jimenez, also known as MJ. It's a pleasure to be here sharing this space with you, man. I've been looking forward to it, so I'm glad we're finally here. And yeah, thank you for welcoming me in.
No, listen, man, I appreciate it. Thank you. I know you guys are busy. I know you're out there helping the community, and I wanted to bring you in because, you know, we're very like-minded where the idea is to be able to educate, give back, and make sure that people have the resource available to answer their questions and maybe lean to a professional in their local community, right? So thank you for coming on, MJ.
Always a pleasure. Let's do it again soon.
Yes, let's do it, man. We're already putting you in the calendar for next one. So
yes.
Before we talk about all these good topics, these questions that all these beautiful people have, you know, let's talk a little bit about MJ. Who's MJ? How did you get into the business? Tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. Again, Michael Jimenez, also known as MJ. I am a tri-state realtor. That means Mass, New Hampshire, and Rhode Island. I've been working real estate since 17 as an assistant to a top producer. Then got licensed at 18 in 3 states. Wow. And I've just been working the wheelhouse ever since. Now I'm more on the branching side. I'm a branch manager and I do sales. So the typical investments, selling, and first-time home buyers. Kind of do it all.
Amazing, man. So that's huge because I think what we're hearing, man, is I mean, you've learned from the bottom. You've learned from how to, you know, put everything together and learn from a mentor, somebody who was a top producer, which I think is key in this business, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, is that something that, you know, for any real estate professionals that want to get into the business, is that something you kind of see that was important and kind of helped you grow a little bit, or?
Absolutely, 1,000%. Actually, I am a product of mentorship. I always voices as much as I could because I think mentorship is very, very important. I'm somebody that, again, started at 17 and I got licensed in 3 states so quickly at 18 because my mentor gave me the playbook on, you know, what applications to submit, what, you know, schools to use, et cetera, et cetera. Without him, it would have probably taken me much, much longer. But because he had already, you know, told me more or less what I need to do, the fees that I need to pay, et cetera, I was ready to go a bit quicker. So again, I'm pro mentorship. I see it a lot nowadays too, since I'm on more of the branch manager level, and I see that it helps our teammates a lot. We have a lot of colleagues in business. They all have their independence, and though they have their independence, they do require mentorship some way, shape, or form. It's always good to bounce ideas and learn other ways of doing business.
Awesome. So, and this is good, man, because I know we're going to talk a little bit about the process and maybe some mistakes or some good questions that are coming up. But, you know, like, for example, I think you're opening up as an office in Methuen with the eXp office, right?
Absolutely.
So, I mean, yeah, here in the local community of Marlboro, I mean, how important is it to lean to your local, like, real estate office, right, and use them as a resource? I mean, what kind of resources, I guess, as a real estate agent or a branch manager do you guys have that could help the community?
Well, on a community level, I think it's important to hire the folks that know your town. That, for example, me, I was born and raised in Essex County, so I've been all over Methuen, I've been all over Lawrence, Haverhill, so on and so forth, and these are neighborhoods and communities that I'm very familiar with. I mean, again, grew up, born and raised. So when you get a professional that knows these communities to that level, is very different if you hire an outsider who just works inside, if that makes any
That
sense.
makes sense. Yep.
It's a different, I guess, caliber of doing business, or different knowledge, right?
Can be an advantage or a
It could be a
disadvantage, right?
huge advantage because we know the people that are actively buying and selling in that community. So maybe, we could bring you the buyer. Maybe we know Jose from down the street that's looking for the house that you're selling. And since they know that we're positioned here in this community, they're going to come to us. So it definitely is an advantage for sure. And then as far as the resources and things that we could definitely add a lot of value. I mean, we're partnered with, and this doesn't necessarily just tie to Methuen, but let's say the realtors that are here in Marlboro, I'm sure that is the same thing. We're tied to the local politicians, we're tied to the local news stations, we're tied to the local lenders, the credit unions. We know, for example, if you're a big time investor or even a starting investor who needs a commercial loan in the city of Lawrence, in the city of Methuen, and you want to do things that not the average lender knows, we have the connects for that, you know? So it's definitely an advantage working with your community folks.
Love it. Wow. And I hope everybody's taking some notes, because that was some valuable information, man. Let's go. And then thank you. So, I do have a question from one of our beautiful audience here. And the question is, okay, wow. So is right now a good time to buy? Good question. I appreciate that. Thank you. So
Absolutely.
can you tell me, is it?
So I think it's, I've been asked this in other podcasts and stuff, and I always keep it conservative, right? It's because it's a very subjective question and answer, no pun intended, tied to whoever is asking the question. I mean, some people have 6-figure salaries, some people have less, some people have more savings, but my answer is, long story short, it is the right time to buy when you're ready to buy. That means if you're financially ready, if you are emotionally ready, and if you have the means to it, that means the savings, go right ahead. It's the right time for you. There's never a right time for the general population unless the interest rates are really, really low. And even then, we could kind of fight with that thought, because if interest rates are very, very low, then there's a lot of competition. There's a lot of movement going on. And some people would say that it's better to buy when the interest rates are plateaued, or, So anyways, long story short, it's a good time to buy when you're ready to buy, when you're financially ready, physically ready, emotionally ready. If you're saying, Mike, let's do it, I'm ready to go, MJ, that's the right time to go. If you don't have those 3 components, maybe, still having a conversation and getting yourself mentally prepared would go a long way. But once you have those 3 things, it's the right time to go. The same thing with selling. If you are ready to move on from that property, if you're ready to downsize, upsize, if you're separating, whatever it is, and it's getting to that level of like, okay, I have the listing is organized by the professional. I already know what the next step is going to be, et cetera, et cetera. Well,
it's all cleared out for them.
It's all cleared out for them. Hey, I'll grab you right here. Let's go. That's what I like to say.
I love that. And that's good, because it makes it is very important for you not to feel like you're by yourself in this journey, because it can be a very long, extenuating process unless you're working with the right people to make it as easy and quick and simple as possible, right?
Absolutely.
So that's amazing, MJ. I appreciate that, because you kind of gave me goosebumps in a way where, first-time home buyers or anybody selling and buying, it's very important for, to work with a professional who really has their back, right?
Yes.
And
in that same line, I love sellers. I love helping people list their homes. But along those same lines, I think the energy that I like to transcribe to my buyers is that they have that same service and that same energy that the sellers do. Because one of the things I talk about online on my social media Ari dot with MJ, by the way, is that, we need to, as agents, we need to keep the same energy as we do with sellers with the buyers. So the same negotiation tactics that I have for the sellers is the same thing I have for the buyers, the same, service, everything. So I definitely do think it's important to kind of, be like, hey, Mr. Seller, hey, Mr. Buyer, all you need to do is decision making. Leave the labor to me, and here, I'll hold you. Let's go.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think we're both very passionate about that. And actually, we've worked on transactions together, so
Yeah.
I know that we both perform at that level, and
Love
it's
that.
awesome to see because some people lack.
I love that, man. And unfortunately, yeah, there's that some people have that bad experience when they're buying their home. But yeah, we strive to make sure that everybody has a good process and a happy, purchasing journey, right? So I'm actually getting a ring here in my ear, but I want to let everybody know here is, if you guys want to make a call, if you guys want to call in, if you want to get some of your questions out on the next show or anytime, please, the phone number is going to be listed down below, 508-439-2576. Call. We have Mike in the back, who's the expert, the guru. He'll take the call. He can answer or actually get your voicemail ready for the episode. But ring-a-ling-a-ding, I think I'm hearing a phone call because, believe it or not, we actually have our first phone call today, guys. I think I'm hearing it now. And hey, yes, hi, thank you. Who am I speaking with?
This is Bob.
Bob, man, thank you so much for calling in, man. Thank you. Big round of applause for Bob.
Hey, Bob.
I love the show, Sebastian. I love the show.
Thank you.
I guess this would be for Mike. Do you have any scary stories? Because I'm always like the bloopers, behind the scenes stuff. So, what do you have for a scary story?
Yeah, I mean, I have plenty of stories. The good, the bad, the ugly, scary, funny. I have things all over the place, but tying it back to the scary story, I think that the one that comes to mind, and it's a mixture of scary and sad at the same time. I was working up in Worcester County in Fitchburg, to be specific, and we were under contract and everything was going amazing. The appraisal was done, the inspection was done. We were in queue to close. One of the conditions were for the seller to fix something in the roof that was missing. I don't know if it was just bad asphalt. There was some sort of leakage. So we needed a roofing company to go out there and get that fixed for us. And I think this was about 1 week before closing, 2 weeks, so very, very close to the closing table. That the roofing company went out there, they fixed this leak, they fixed this said roof, and I think the owner of the roofing company, as the professional that he is, he went to go check on his employees' jobs or on his contractors' jobs, and just to check out the job site. And he went up there, Sebastian, and unfortunately, this was after hours. I think the seller was not home. He was just there by himself, and he went to go check up the work. He went up in the roof, and he unfortunately fell to his death. So and the story gets a little bit wilder, you guys, because they didn't find him right away. I mean, the way that he fell, I was not there, but as far as the newspaper goes, because there was a news article, it went on the Fitchburg group pages and so, and it made the local TV channels. As far as it was told, I guess he fell and they didn't find him right away, and they actually found him, I think, 1 to 2 days later. And again, as far as I've been told, it was the seller who found him, who was an older lady, and she was, I guess, taking out the trash, and I guess she either had a bad odor or just something brought the attention to where he fell. And she, after putting down the trash, she went to go check out this thing. And there you have it. She saw it, and unfortunately, since she was older in age, she just didn't receive it well, and actually traumatized her. If I'm correct. I guess she had to go to the hospital
Oh
for it
no,
and
I'm sorry, man.
just check herself out. Again, it was not I was on the buying side. This was not my selling client.
Okay.
I was on the buying side, and it completely turned the whole transaction off.
Yeah,
So
what happened from there? I mean,
the seller at that point didn't want to sell.
Didn't wanna sell.
Because she was in the hospital and she was a little uneasy with the whole process, and even the buyers like
I don't want to buy a property.
I don't know if everybody's different, but they don't want any bad spirits in the properties or anything like so. From the buying side and the selling side, they mutually parted ways.
So they can legally. So it kind of that's good little segue. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
legally they mutually parted way. The escrow deposits was returned, and I don't know what happened because again, I'm not the
seller
seller
side.
was not my client, so I don't know what happened after that. I didn't follow up on it, so I don't know if the property sold or if it went back on the market. But I do know that at that time, we mutually parted ways, and the listing was withdrawn from the market. And yeah, there you guys have it. That was to
Wow.
me the saddest, scariest, and
Wow.
because I saw it and I saw the news articles, I saw the whole Fitchburg community going crazy because he
Wow.
was recognized in the community. People worked with
That's
him,
too bad,
so
man. That's
it was
too bad.
sad. It was sad.
Well,
Yeah.
no, rest in peace, man. And
Yeah.
and I guess one thing to learn from that is, I guess under circumstances that is out of the buyer's or the seller's control, there's a way to legally get out of that contract.
Absolutely. I
You
mean,
know,
when things are out of our hands, there's been instances where, for example, the sellers get denied the fire certificate, the fire inspection certificate, or there's, for some reason or the other, there's just things that need to get taken care of. Well, that's outside of the seller's control. That's outside of the buyer's control, and you need to mutually part ways. There's different things. What I like to say personally is like, as long as it's outside of your realm, outside of your box, outside of your reach, and or you guys mutually part ways, your escrow is always going to be safe, and you're good to go for the next house.
That's amazing, and
And
that's good because I mean, just before we leave these beautiful people, that's important because when you say escrow, that's a deposit, right? So you give a deposit
The security
to
deposit.
bind. And then even for pre-approval purposes, I mean, the pre-approval, we can simply, extend that pre-approval, approval to make sure you continue searching for the next home and get you closed smoothly without any hiccups, right? So
that's right.
some
That's
good
right.
info that we got out of that scary story. Bob,
Absolutely.
thank you so much, man. I don't know if
Absolutely.
Bob's still listening or maybe we spooked him away. But
Well, we're here for the next one, Bob.
Don't scare.
Thank you.
well, no, thank you, man. Bob, you got any other questions or is that it?
That's it. Just keep up the good work, Sebastian.
All right. Well, Bob, thank you so much. MJ, again, I appreciate that's some good information we got. Before we leave these beautiful people, I guess leave us with one last piece of advice, suggestion, or a tip in the market. But more importantly, what's the best way that we can reach out to you and people can kind of follow you and get in touch with you?
Absolutely. So, one piece of advice that I would say to all the consumers out there, whether you're selling, buying, investing, I really do mean that there's no better time to do whatever it is that you want to do other than when you're mentally ready, when you're financially ready and physically ready to go. I mean, the market is going to fluctuate. It's going to go up. It's going to go down. The rates are going to go up. They're going to go down. But one thing is for certain, in what economists have said and study have said, is that the prices just continue climbing up regardless of what's going on in around the world. As far as I know, there's not going to be another market crash or anything like that. And God willing, we all work collectively. It's not going to happen. We keep the economy up. We keep up with our mortgage payments. And we stay away from pre-foreclosures, foreclosures. I think the economy is going to be good. So you as a consumer, you do have some sort of control as to what happens widespread. Just keep up with your payments. Make sure you bring good rentals to the market. And again, there's no better time than when you're ready to go mentally, physically, and financially. Also, just, I'm very pro real estate, Sebastian. So buy real estate, sell real estate. It's a beautiful thing to see. Me as a young guy, There's a lot of young guys that it's their opportunity to thrive in the real estate market. It's their opportunity to buy the big buildings or the neighborhoods or the big apartment complexes, or the single families, the condos, the three families, so on and so forth. There's a new wave and a new generation going in there, and a lot of the older consumers that been in the market for a long time, the way that us young guys are gonna get in is by them easing our way in through listings, easing our way in through pricing, and I'm very pro real estate, so I'm excited to see what this new future holds. Again, there's a new wave of professionals coming in, a new wave of consumers, younger guys under 30, under 25.
Yeah, the millennials.
We've seen, I'm sure you could agree, even on the lending and real estate side, we've seen young people as young as 18, 19, 20, 21 years old buying property. And I don't know if you could agree with this, but it's awesome to see. It's great to see, because when you have conversations with those older guys that bought back in 1975, 1980, 1990s, etc., they bought at a really young age too.
And with a higher interest rate. I play golf with some of these guys, and they tell me they bought at 15% interest rate, 18%. It's crazy.
Yes, it's crazy. You imagine if that was the case these days, 15% interest. And we go crazy off of 6-7%.
I know.
So imagine if it was if it was 15,
exactly.
16. And I do have, like yourself, have those conversations with those guys, and they tell me, like, yeah, the houses were cheaper, but no, the monthly payment, the cost of living, they were high.
And there were balloons, and they were structured differently, like what you said earlier. I mean, right now, to buy a mortgage, the idea is for you not to lose that home, because you have to be able to qualify for it and not lose it.
Right. No. So again, it's awesome to see the transition and see these younger guys and younger girls that just get in there and do their thing. And the older folks, I've seen them let go of property that they've had for 30 plus years, and there is sentimental value there. And but most recently in Lowell, Mass, I had this closing where these guys, they bought this property back when they were in college.
Oh, no way.
And now, they're moving on to bigger and better, and they were letting go.
So much value.
Yeah, it has. And they netted a lot with the sale. But regardless of the price and the profits and yada, yada, there was a lot of sentimental value there. And I saw it. They didn't want to let go of the house. They were like, during the inspection, during the appraisal, during the final walk, like, I don't want to let it go.
They almost weren't mentally ready, like you said. Wow.
Yeah, because it's like they were telling us, like, I remember when I bought it, and I brought my professor out here, and so anyways, those stories are good to see, and real estate, when done right, is very it's supposed to be very sentimental. It's supposed to be very easy going. It's supposed to be what's most beautiful above all, Sebastian, when a seller and a buyer gets together at the closing table, because I feel from when I started to now, I could count probably on my two hands how many closing I've done where it's both sellers and buyers, and we've lost that touch. I would love that touch back, because it's just amazing to see taking pictures with both sides, and it's a
win-win for everybody.
A win-win. It's a beautiful transfer of title, as we like to say professionally. So I love real estate, as you could say. I think we're both passionate about it, and I hope it just goes back to the basics and back to the traditional. Mind you, I was not here back in the day, but I hear the stories. We all sat down together. We all shook hands. We transferred the keys. So it's beautiful to see it when it goes back to the basics,
Amazing. Well, no, again, MJ, man, I appreciate all the information. But again, what's the best way? How can everybody reach out to you? Please let us know. What's the best way?
With the
you got excited.
With the passion, you lose train of thought and everything. Ari.withmj on Instagram, on TikTok. You can search me up on Google, Michael Jimenez. I'm your local real estate agent. That's going to pop up right on Google when you search me, on all major platforms like Facebook, like YouTube. So just search me up. Call me 351-204-9895. It's not a landline. It is my cell phone number. You can call me anytime. I'm an open book. And I am very passionate about helping people. I like to say, Sebastian, I'm not a salesperson. I am a service provider.
Love it.
I'm very passionate about that. I'm here for the long run, and I'm here to build relationships and really pour my heart out to people.
Love it.
So again, 351-204-9895 and re.withmj on Instagram and TikTok.
Amazing, amazing. Wow, big round of applause. I want to hear those fireworks.
Thank you.
Awesome again. And so I do look forward to having you, man, and I appreciate you taking the time of your today to educate us. So
Anytime
thank you.
we get to talk is amazing.
Love it, love it. So again, guys, thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode. Really appreciate it. And please like it, comment, share it, subscribe, and we'll talk about mortgages next time.